you start writing, you need to make sure you have your lines drawn. So here we have the 5 nib widths for the X height, the extra 4 nib widths for the ascenders and descenders. And these are my lines for ascenders, X height and descenders. When you're starting calligraphy, it's also helpful to have additional guides. So here I've drawn lines at 45 degrees, which is the angle that I hold my pen, and also 5 degrees, which is the angle of slant. Rather than starting at A and finishing at Z, you'll make much quicker progress if you write the letters in families that have similar strokes. So the first family that we're going to start with is the family that starts with downstrokes. Getting my pen writing, and the letter I is the simplest letter to start with. So it is simply a downstroke, entry and exit stroke with the dot. If you exaggerate or change the angle, you can see you get a rather unfortunate letter. The letter L is the letter I extended. It has an ascender. And often it's better to extend the exit stroke very slightly, but you can keep it narrow if you wish. The letter T is a short letter. The crossbar for the letter T goes just underneath the line for X height. So if you start with the left-hand nib, just where the top guideline for X height is, make the stroke, and that is extended a little like the letter L, and then the crossbar. If you make the letter too large, it just looks silly. The letter U starts like the letter I, and then this stroke is pushed right up to the top. You take the pressure off, breathe in, and push up to the top, because in that way you get this beautiful smooth curve. Let me do it again. Breathe in. It hasn't come out there very well, but you will. Just go over that, get that smooth curve. If you stop with that letter and don't push it up, no matter what you do, you will always have that angle there. So that needs to be pushed right up. And if you're going to do the letter Y based on that letter U, that is exactly the same. And then you would extend that down and just thicken it very slightly there. Letter J didn't exist in medieval manuscripts, so we have to make it up. And so you can see it is an amalgam of the letter I and the tail of that letter Y.